good afternoon lecturers, and hello to all my beloved classmates. Today it is my honor to bring you my summary of the topic, which is Unit 8 and our with Abuelo. So in this story, our main character is Arturo. So Arturo wanted to get into his AP English class, but his mother persuaded him to go to visit his Abuelo, which means grandfather, at the nursing home for at least 1 hour. So at first, Arturo didn't want to go as he didn't have enough time for his study. But his mother persuaded again and he agreed to it. So his mother dropped him off in front of the nursing home and he walked to his grandfather's room, which is room number 10. When he was there, he saw his grandfather was sitting. And was writing in his old notebook. So in order to pass time, Arturo asked his grandfather what was he doing, and then his grandfather started to tell Arturo about his life story as a young man. So you see, his Abuelo was born as one of the 7 sons in a campo, which means countryside. So even though he was born as a 7th son, his mother taught all her sons how to read and write by the newspaper, and also some words. And she also taught them how to write on a slate with a chalk. So his Abuelo has always wanted to become a teacher, even though it is against his father's wish, as his father wanted him to become a farmer. So, but in the end, his Abuelo graduated his high school. You see, in those old days, with a high school diploma, people could teach class in a country village or country village school. So he went back to his hometown and taught all the classes that taught all grades, and in a little classroom that was built by the parents of the student. But good day didn't last long. So later, when the war came, Abuelo also have to go, even though he tried to communicate with the higher up. So when he was there, he offered to teach the soldier how to read the language in order to reduce the casualty, because they can't read the letter on the weapon, so that's why they have a huge casualty. But his offer was denied. So when the war was over, his Abuelo came back to his mountain village. But you see, since has changed, you need a college diploma in order to teach. So at that time, his parents were sick, and in order to support them and support himself, he have become a farmer and married Arturo's grandmother, and they had many children together. So his Abuelo had taught all his children how to read and write even before they started school. So after the story ended, Arturo wanted to know more, but a lady in a hot pink jogging suit came running to his Abuelo and told him that it was time for poetry reading. So his Abuelo told Arturo that his time was over, and then he went to the poetry reading with the old lady. That's all for the summary of the Unit 8 story and our way of Abuelo. Thank you for listening.